Hello everybody and welcome back in the Wells Fargo Center from Philadelphia. The Philadelphia Flyers and the Toronto Wildhounds for the first of two times this season. Face-off one back for the Wildhounds. Starting the season 4-0. The Philadelphia Flyers are 2-1-1 to start the year. Duke plays that back. Center and pass. Carson fires. It goes high and wide. Wildhounds took down the Leafs 2-0 and 6-3 in their past two games. 2-0 at home, 6-3 in Toronto. Road has been a good place so far for the Wildhounds, but so has home. Two shutouts on home ice. On the road, 2 wins, 1 extra time, 1 a rout. Here's a shot and a save made by Carter Hart early out of the gates. Provorov. Flyers in their outs tonight. The Wildhounds in their normal way. Brought in, drop pass. Henry got in the way of that. Schultz turning it over. Henry back to the point, D'Angelo. He turned that over, and here's a chance. Wildhounds might have a break. In alone! And it's stopped by Carter Hart. He'll take it away in a face-off here in the Philadelphia zone early, just past the 5-minute mark of this opening period. Oh, this is exactly what you want to see from the Toronto Wildhounds. You're trying to continue this winning streak against NHL teams. You got to fight hard, and for an underdog team, they're really showing what they're made of this year. Being called up for the next game is the rookie in Ryan McCoy. He'll join the Wildhound lineup. Supposed to be their top prospect. Yeah, he's supposed to be red hot. He's a fast player. He's dangerous. He's where he needs to be on the ice to score goals, and that's something that the Wildhounds need. They need offensive depth. Here's a chance and a good save made by Keller, and it's played ahead on the wing. Gallant fire down into the Philadelphia zone. That's rung around for Kolda. Can't get a shot to the net. Farabee's on it. Gallant trying to chase after that. Subban poking it by his man and now getting it back to Olsen. Ahead for Gallant from the left wing. Winds up and shoots, and a save made by Hart. Bouncing puck came in front. There was Braun, and now Cates is back on it. Playing that up for Braun. Here come the Flyers up the right wing side. And the pass finds Hayes. Here's Kevin Hayes to the net. Drops it back for Noah Cates. Centers, tip it right on. Save made. Gallant. Here's Crunk. Red line and back down into the Philadelphia zone. This rung around the far side. Gallant to it first. From behind the goal line. Crunk to the point. Carson fires. A blocker save made by Hart. Bozon to Gallant in front. Here's a backhand. Tried to open up Hart. There was nothing there. Sanheim kept in. Bozon to the net. Shrugged off by Hart. Gallant to the point. Carson fires. That did not make its way on goal. Under 5 to go in the opening period. Scoreless from Philadelphia between the Flyers and the Wildhounds. Here's Tippett. Left wing side. He'll bring it in now from the left. Carson takes it away and clears the center. Sanheim back on it for the Flyers. He'll bring it in from that right side. To the net he goes with Cates. Kicked away by Keller. Jerome. Carson to Krug. Red line and back down into the zone. That's fired around. It finds Bozon to the net. He shoots. Save made. Knocked down out of midair, but it never found one of the sticks of the Wildhounds as Crawley gets out to Bozon. Off a stick, Carson ahead for Schultz. In over the line. Schultz trying to drop it off. The for the first time this year that the Wildhounds playing back-to-back games on the road. They will face Philadelphia at home next as we come to the end of the first period, scoreless through 1. Shots to goal in the game are 7 for the Wildhounds, 3 for the Flyers. Hits are 4-2 Philadelphia. Faceoffs 1 aside, no power plays. We are scoreless through 20 tonight in Philadelphia. Welcome into the second period of play here tonight. Flyers, Wildhounds ready to go. Draw one back by the Wildhounds. The pass ahead turned over to D'Angelo. Getting it ahead to Hayes. Here's Kevin Hayes with a chance to the net. Won't get it all the way on goal as Crawley to Schultz and right back out. Here's Henry. Got the game 1 winner in the shootout over the Bruins as here comes Duke inside from that right wing. Lining up and shooting and a save. They score! There's Schultz on the rebound to tap it home. And the Wildhounds open the scoring just past the 2-minute mark of the second period. Beautiful set play. This is the shot, and they're setting this up for a rebound. You can see from the way Duke slows it down, and then bang, it's just a tap in. Carter Hart, a desperate effort to dive across and make the stop, but can't get there in time. It's in the net for a 1-0 Toronto lead. Face off back to center. One back for the Wildhounds. The pass to Schultz. He'll fire in. Scoring leader for the Wildhounds and Schultz. Here's Henry firing and a save made by Hart. He'll put that to D'Angelo. Now Provorov to Hayes, and here come the Flyers the other way. Hayes to Konechny, and he comes. Looking, shooting, saved by Keller. Loose puck bouncing in front. Flyers back to it again. Here's Konechny with it. Carson trying to take that away. DeAngelo to Provorov. He gets by to the net. Centers that one off a leg, and it's cleared out to center. DeAngelo to reset for the Flyers. Has it and plays it up for Konechny. Has an opening to the net. And he sent it off the mark and wide as Wildhounds actually caught up. Here comes Schultz again. Already has one. Schultz to the net. Stopped by Hart. From behind, centers in front. Back to the point. Here's Carson firing right on. Walkered away by the netminder. Tip it. And here come the Flyers. Carson couldn't block his lane. Hayes moving in from the right. Walker down by Keller. Cates has that back. Hayes walkered away again. Carson not out. There's Kademi. He'll try to get it out and does. Just flip it out to center ice. Halfway through this one as that's put on Hart. An easy save. 1-0 Wildhounds leading. Here's Scott Wadden through the middle of the ice. He'll move in. Looks to get it back to the front of the goal. Now the Wildhounds take it away, and Kolda has a break to the net. He scores! Kolda with his second of the year. It's a breakaway beauty. And it's 2-0 Wildhounds here in the second period. 11:23 the time of the goal. Eggers Kolda with his second of the year. This one's right up and over the glove. Top right corner of the net coming down, screaming from that left side of the ice. Kolda makes no mistake. It's 2-0. Draw one back. Here's Subban. Red line. He'll fire in. That was before the red line, but they're going to say it hit his stick, so no icing. Braun to it. He'll bring it out to center. Here come the Flyers with speed. Subban wasn't covering. That shot goes high and wide. Ozon back on it. Given away. Here's Frost. Can't get a shot to the goal. Crunk takes it out. The red line, he'll flip it down into the Philadelphia zone. 6 to go in the period, 2-0 for the Wildhounds. Both their games have been tight affairs at home. On the road, they've been good so far. Well, first one was tight, second one a rout, and so far 2-0 in this one. Henry plays that. Olsen. First 2 games of the season were in extra time for the Wildhounds. And the last 2 that they played were not. But opening the season, a shootout win over Boston and a overtime win over Boston. Shootout at home and overtime on the road. Picked up here, Flyers in from the right wing. McEwen to the net. His shot made it through, and Keller made the save. Crunk clears it off the boards and out. Chasing after that is Bozon. Here's Bozon. Looking for a shot, has it from the corner. Winds up no shot, trying to get it from a bad angle. Braun ahead. Here's Frost, and here come the Flyers. Frost taken down. Duke will fire it right back in, and that will go for icing. 5.7 seconds to go in the period. 2-0 Wildhounds. Face-off will come here to the left side of the Wildhound net. Ready? Here we go. One back. Provorov. No shot. Here's Bozon ahead. 2 seconds. Schultz is in. He shoots. And it's blockered away by Hart at the buzzer. But the Wildhounds do get 2. Schultz and Kolda. It's 2-0 Toronto after 2. Shots a goal in the hockey game, 14-7 for the Wildhounds. Hits are 5-3 Flyers. Faceoffs 4-2 Wildhounds. No power plays. 2-0 after 2. Welcome into the third period here tonight from Philly. Wildhounds and Flyers in their first of 2 meetings. They'll play again tomorrow back in Toronto. Wildhounds will wear their normal home for the first time this season. Brought in here by Schultz. Playing that to Duke. In front. That's stopped loose. And Hart will jump on that before it can find its way in. Stolen Schultz. Here's Henry. Alone. And they can't put it in. 2 good looks. Stopped by Carter Hart. Carson from the corner. That's redirected, and Hart easily gets it on his pad, and he'll cover up for Philadelphia. Early here in the third, the Wildhounds with a good push, but they don't find a way to put it in a third. Face off here, right side of the goal. One back by the Wildhounds. Carson from the corner. That's taken away by Farabee, and here come the Flyers. Crawley with speed. Can't catch up. That shot stopped by Keller. In behind the net. Flyers battling. They'll drop it to the point for DeAngelo. Konechny. Now Carson. To Gallant. And red line. He'll fire back in. Goes all the way around. Far side. Kolda's on it. Shooting. An easy glove save made by Hart. And he decides for a face-off in the Philadelphia zone. Just past 5 minutes gone here in the third period. 2-0 Wildhounds. Here's the draw right side. And it's one back. The Wild Hounds will take on the Tampa Bay Lightning next as that's sticked away. Crawley loses it. Back to it is Kolda. Kept it in. Carson. And it is offside. We're having some pushing and shoving here. One of the Wild Hounds is limping to the bench here. It's Eggers Kolda. Yeah, he was run over big time on that last play, and he's going to head to the locker room for a checkup here as he's limping off. But he has a goal in this game, a big one that has the Wild Hounds up by 2 here in the third. Here's the face-off shots, 19-8 in favor of Toronto. D'Angelo looking to get ahead. He does to Hayes. Hayes with an opening. Bozon can't block it. Good save made by Keller. And a penalty coming, and it's going against the Wild Hounds. Their penalty kill this season is a perfect 8 for 8 in the first 4 games. Yeah, new team to face the NHL in this series, and they've done a great job, haven't they? Wadden to the net and couldn't open up the netminder and Keller on the giveaway. Picked up, and that's played off the back of the goal. Flyers on it again. Konechny for Tippett. Fires right on. Save made. Boca's there. He clears it down for Toronto. And to it first is Tippett. Along the boards. Duke getting in there. Konechny digs it free. Here comes Hayes, and here come the Flyers. Wadden shoots. Great save made by Keller. Gloves it away. It's cleared down the ice by the Wild Hounds. Flyers with 2 good looks on this power play already. Henry's after the puck. Tippett to it first. Here's Scott Wadden taken down. Konechny moving in. 3 seconds. Here's a chance to the net. Stopped by Keller as the power play came to an end. Here that's flipped back around. Flyers on it again. Drop pass. Here's D'Angelo with it. Plays out to the corner. Konechny to the goal. Stopped again, and Keller decides to cover. 9:13 to go inside of regulation time. It's 2-0 Wild Hounds here in Philadelphia. Both goals came in the second. Here's the face-off. One back to the point, D'Angelo. Center Provorov off a leg, and it goes into the corner. That was Carson who took it away, but didn't get it out. Frost to D'Angelo. Here's McEwen. Shoots. Save again made by Keller. Last few minutes have been here in the Toronto zone. They're trying to get it out. It's a power play and more push by the Flyers. Face-offs 8-4 for the Wild Hounds. Make it 8-5. Provorov a shot right off the draw. That's handled and iced by the Wild Hounds. So we'll have another face-off back in the Toronto zone. Down to 7:12 to go here in the third. Flyer fans on their feet, but nothing has happened. Flyers have more time on attack every game this year so far for the Wild Hounds. More time on attack by the opposing side. Here's Carson. Cleared, but it's not out. Gallant will pick it up. He'll try to get it out. Turned it over. It's kept in. Here come the Flyers. Sedlak to the net. And ran out of real estate. Now gets a shot, and that's stopped by Keller. Here comes Gallant to the middle of the ice. He'll chip in and chase. Wait around to the far corner. Crunk chasing after it. Here's D'Angelo to McEwen. Under 5 to go in regulation time. Sedlak with an opening. Here's Frost. Won't get it to the net. Bozon for the Wild Hounds. He'll get it in deep. Gallant chasing after it. To it first. Hit D'Angelo, but didn't get to the puck. Sedlak now to the middle. Here he comes inside. Crawley, a good stick, but the shot stopped in the rebound. A wide open net. They couldn't put it in. Here comes Duke the other way with a break. In shoot, scores! Reed Duke with 1:44 to go. Makes it 3-0 Wild Hounds, looking for their 3rd shutout of the year already. With under 2 to go. Flyers missed an empty net. Wild Hounds come the other way and score on their 2nd breakaway goal tonight. It's 3-0. Face off back to center, and that will send the Philly fans to the exits. That was frustration seeing that one go through the blue paint. Here comes Farabee. Just over a minute to go. Drop to Hayes. He scores. Well, they will get it back with 1:07 left. No shutout. 3-1. So Philadelphia does get on the board. No shutout tonight for the Toronto Wild Hounds, but enough to get away with the W this afternoon. Here's the face-off to center. So quick response by Philly after giving up a breakaway goal as here comes Duke inside again. He'll play it off. Henry shoots. Save made. And they're going to look to pull the goaltender now, the Flyers. They get it ahead to Farabee. Empty net for Philadelphia. Moving in from that right wing. It's sticked away. Corner it goes. Farabee back in front. Stopped by Keller. Bouncing puck. Carson clears the center. Sanheim is on it. He'll bring it in from that left wing. To the net. Hayes stopped by Keller. Played it out. Duke trying to clear. Cannot. In the corner. Flipping it off the boards. There's Braun. Now Duke back to it. Ahead to Schultz. Schultz getting it ahead for Duke. He chases after it. Gets to it first. Plays it off the boards. Back to the point. It finds Cates. And now a chance for the Flyers. 17 seconds. Hayes. Stopped by Keller. His best tonight. Bozon's back on and he'll pick up. Sanheim loses it. Gawat scores. A buzzer beater with 0.7 seconds left. They get it back 4-1 here in Philly. Zach Gawat will collect that one. And that's how it's done. That's how we'll finish tonight in Philadelphia. 4-1 Wild Hounds. That's their 5th consecutive victory to start the year. And they will face Philly again back in Toronto.